At $1.5 per barrel for the NYMEX May crude, it clearly is a dead contract as we look at that now. June is one which is heavily traded and is trading around $21. But the question everybody wants to know an answer to and can't hear enough of is on what led to yesterday and what is the learning from there?
Well, good morning, Manisha. What led to it, I've never seen anything like it. I don't think any oil trader in the world has. I'm speechless. Look, quite simply, they were squeezed. As we know, that there needs to be a buyer and a seller to actually match for a contract. And if someone's not on the other side, then a market looks to find a floor or where you're going to see a buyer or where you're going to see a seller. And what happened was that it got squeezed all the way through to $37.50 negative or minus $37.50. And at one stage yesterday, about this time of the day, it was $15, and I thought, oh, gee, it's down 20% from that $18 or $19 mark in the day, and then all of a sudden it just kept on falling as every hour wears on. So these times you've also got if retail traders may have been speculators, would have been on the other side of a producer. So a producer's wanting a particular price for their product of oil, a barrel of oil, in a given in a future date. That's what a futures contract is. And that expiry is actually this evening. So that would have been yesterday that people would have wanted to get out of there because they may have had to take delivery of the actual oil itself, Manisha.
Peter, what is your sense today? Because we've woken up to a more sane market, May contract just about in the positive, and the June contract is trading quite on the higher side. What is the sense that you get from here?
I reckon that you'll see the next month contract, the June contract. I can't see it actually, increasing much to the upside in the short term. I feel as though that it'll probably take a couple of bucks off it. I wouldn't be surprised. And I just think that momentum and that the issues haven't gone away, and it's a little bit of a realisation. The marketplace is starting to get more of the bad news. We've really got some big numbers coming out over the next matter of days, all the way up to next Friday week, which is the non-farm payrolls. But you've got all the PMIs, you've got those interim numbers as far as a payroll, and you've got the realisation how severe this lockdown has been and is moving forward. So I think that the crude market, it's a wonderful barometer. It's the real market, and I think you'll see further softness across the WTI.
Peter, another thing is, well, of course, in the Indian markets as well, we've seen huge volatility and the fact that many of the people would have made losses here as well. What's your sense on what happened yesterday? As you said, it clearly couldn't be the small retailers or small-time speculators. These are big people, big fund houses, big positions that lead to movements like that.
Well, yes, they are, and that would have been interesting in the sense where the large speculators, the hedge funds and so on, may have been, shorting the market, may have been long the market. Look, these people are trading different instruments at any given time. They might be writing call options, so in other words, they're taking the premium, Manisha, which in turn is great as long as the market goes up. But when it goes down, you naturally have to pay the other side. So you've got the put traders, you've got the call traders, you've got the futures traders, all of these derivatives being traded simultaneously with many multiple strategies at once. So, and then you've got the margin calls coming in, which in turn that you've got to sell positions, and that's where the squeeze comes.
Absolutely. My quick final question, Peter, is on the price view going forward. I mean, as you said, the concerns are still there. The worst perhaps isn't behind us, though in sense of the volatility that we saw yesterday. I hope there's not a repeat of that. But what is the price range that you're working with right now?
I think WTI is going to strip a couple of bucks off it. I just think that there's no good news out there, Manisha. There's nothing there. All right. From an oil side anyway, and that's the market that you're talking about, and I feel as though there's further softness, and it'll also be represented in the Brent market as well in the short to medium